the endless darkness of space, the alien alliance watched Earth with amusement. Their long sensors scanned a new human ship leaving the planet's orbit. It looked small, slow, and weak, almost like a cargo ship pretending to be a warship. The aliens laughed. Humans finally made a battleship, one alien officer joked. It looks like a toy, another replied. They named it the Joke of the Galaxy. But something was wrong. Their scanners could not read the ship's exact power source. The data kept changing like the ship refused to be understood. The alien commander, Admiral Korvac, frowned. "Why hide power if there is no power?" he said. The human ship kept moving forward in silence. No radio call, no signals, no human voice. It only glided like a calm beast waiting to strike. A small alien scout cruiser was sent to check the joke ship. The scout pilot felt relaxed. "This will be easy," he said to himself. He moved closer and closer down until the human ship filled his entire screen. Suddenly, a deep hum echoed through space. Lights on the ship's surface turned bright and sharp like eyes opening. "What is that sound?" the pilot shouted. Before anyone could answer, a single blue beam shot out. There was no explosion. No fire. The scout cruiser simply vanished, erased from existence as if it never lived. The alien control room went silent. Admiral Korvac's hands shook. That was not weak," he whispered. The humans still said nothing. Their ship did not celebrate. It just turned slowly, facing the rest of the alien fleet. The laughter in the stars suddenly died. Panic spread through the alien fleet. A whole scout ship had disappeared without a sound, without a trace. The screens showed nothing. One moment the scout was there, the next gone from reality. "What kind of weapon does that?" an officer asked with fear in his voice. No one answered. Admiral Korvac stared at the human battleship. Maybe humans were hiding their real power all these years. Maybe the galaxy had been blind. The alien fleet formed a defensive circle. Hundreds of warships pointed their weapons at the silent, dark human craft. Still no message came from the humans. No warning, no threat. "Try communication again," Korvac ordered. A signal was sent. A single response returned, a cold, emotionless voice. "This is Earth's experimental unit. Approach and you will be removed." The voice sounded so calm, so confident, Korvac felt his blood freeze. Humans were not asking for peace. They were giving a final promise. The alien commander tried to reason. "You are one ship. We are hundreds." Silence. Then the human ship moved, slow, like a predator that knew it could not lose. Alien officers yelled, "Fire! Fire now!" Thousands of plasma missiles flew across space. The darkness exploded into bright colors. The human ship disappeared inside the firestorm. Aliens cheered for a brief moment, until the flames cleared. The ship stood untouched. A black shield covered it like a fortress from hell. Korvac stepped back in fear. "That shield breaks the laws of physics," he whispered. The human ship charged its weapon again. Energy crackled around the hull like lightning gathering for a storm. This was no joke. This was a warning to the galaxy and humans. "We're just getting started." The alien fleet could not believe their eyes. Their strongest missiles, thousands of them, had done nothing. The human ship didn't move. It didn't even flinch. The shield around it was like a silent black wall that refused to break. Admiral Korvac growled, "They are mocking us now," but deep inside, he knew the truth. They were the ones who mocked humanity. Now humanity was answering. The human ship's lights turned crimson red. Panels on its surface opened slowly like a beast showing its teeth. New weapons appeared, sharp, deadly, and glowing with energy unknown to any alien science. One alien captain whispered in terror, "Is this magic?" "No," Korvac replied. "This is human engineering." The human ship fired not missiles, not lasers, something far worse. A thin beam, barely visible, touched the first alien destroyer. In 1 second, the destroyer crumbled into dust, falling apart like sand in the wind. No fire, no explosion. Just instant death. Then another ship fell. And another alien soldier screamed. The fleet tried escaping, but their engines shut down. The human ship was controlling their systems from a distance. "We cannot win this," officers shouted. Korvac's heart raced as he watched his armada turn into a graveyard. "Retreat! All ships retreat!" But it was too late. The human ship released a pulse that echoed like thunder. The shockwave tore through dozens of alien ships, splitting them open in silent fear. The aliens had laughed at humanity. Now humanity was erasing that laughter from space. Korvac finally understood. This ship was not weak. It was a message, and the message was clear. Do not challenge Earth. Ever. The humans still did not speak. Their ship floated in silence. Like a judge waiting for the final sentence to be accepted. The alien fleet was broken. Ships burned. Ships vanished. Ships drifted without life. Admiral Korvac ordered a last, desperate move. Focus everything on one point. Destroy that shield. Alien cruisers gathered power. Their cannons glowed bright with plasma energy. The stars lit up around them. They fired together, one massive blast strong enough to wipe out a moon. The explosion was huge. Blinding white. The shockwave shook planets nearby. When the light faded, the human ship remained, not a single scratch. The aliens finally understood the real terror. Humans built a ship that rejected destruction. Suddenly, the human ship spoke again. You came to test our strength. Now you will learn our wrath. Energy rings formed around the hull, slow at first, then spinning faster and faster. The rings glowed with a blue-white fire brighter than any star. In 1 second, the ship teleported right into the heart of the alien formation. Roar of energy exploded outward. Alien battleships cracked open like eggs. Metal fragments burned up. Instantly, crew members were deleted from existence. Before they could scream, the human ship fired again. A black spear of energy shot straight through the flagship. Korvac fell to the floor as alarm screamed around him. It is everywhere, he shouted. His voice shook with terror. No computer can track it. No shield can stop it. The alien admiral stared at the view screen, but the human ship was gone. Invisible, silent, hunting. For the first time in his life, Korvac prayed, not for victory, but for survival. Silence fell across the battlefield. There were no sounds of engines, no commands, no brave speeches, only fear. The human battleship had disappeared from all scanners. It was like the ship had become part of the darkness itself. Every alien captain stared at their screens, terrified. What if it is right behind us? One whispered. No one answered. Because they all had the same fear, Admiral Korvac shouted, "Find that ship!" Scan deep space, but every radar, every satellite, every sensor returned the same result. Nothing. A cold voice suddenly echoed into Korvac's bridge. Judgment begins. Before they could react, one alien cruiser froze in space. Its lights went dark. Then the entire ship crumbled into black dust and vanished. The same thing happened to another, and then another. The human ship was killing them without being seen. Korvac slammed his hands on the command table. We cannot fight what we cannot find. Crew officers tried to escape, but as soon as the ship turned around, it would silently break apart. No explosions, no flames, just death without warning. It was like the human ship had become a ghost of pure destruction. The fleet lost control. Panic screamed through the channels. Captains begged for mercy. Some tried to surrender, but the human ship did not respond. You mocked us. You attacked us. Now you learn fear. The voice came from everywhere and nowhere. Korvac's eyes filled with tears. He had fought giant monsters, black holes, supernova battles, but he had never seen power like this. The aliens had once laughed at humans, but now they could not even look at humanity without shaking, and the nightmare was not over yet. The last few alien ships drifted in silence. Fires burned inside some, while others were hollow shells, emptied by the invisible human weapon. None dared move. None dared speak. The battlefield was a graveyard, and death still watched from the shadows. At the heart of the chaos, Admiral Korvac stood frozen. His pride was gone. His courage was gone. Only fear remained. He opened a channel to Earth. I request peace, he whispered. His voice shook like a child lost in a storm. There was a long moment of silence. Then the human ship appeared again, slowly fading into view, like a monster stepping out from darkness. Its armor glowed like a star made of steel. A calm human voice replied, Earth does not start wars, but we always finish them. Korvac bowed his head. We were wrong, he admitted. Humans were not weak. They never were. The human ship turned away, leaving the surviving aliens stunned. It did not chase them. It did not destroy them. It let them go so they could carry the story, and they did. Within days, every star system learned what happened. Every empire listened. 3 words spread across all galaxies like a warning message carved into space. Do not underestimate humans. The human ship returned to Earth orbit like a silent guardian. Its red lights faded back to calm blue. Engineers and commanders watched with pride. Inside Earth's command center, a general spoke quietly, "Build more." The galaxy will not forget today, and neither will we. Far away in another galaxy, new eyes watched Earth. Cold, dangerous, curious. A new enemy whispered, "If this is their weakest ship, what monsters will they create next?" The fear of humanity had only just begun.